Welcome, lovely people, to this week's video. This is 20 minutes of guided mindfulness meditation. If you are a complete beginner, you are going to be able to follow along just fine. And if you're more advanced with your practice, you're going to get lots of benefit from this too. This is the first video in a little mini series that I'm doing that I'm calling Falling Back in Love with the Moment. So it's something that I've been practicing in my own life a lot more lately. Mindfulness is such a simple, easy practice to allow you to descend down out of that mind and arrive back in the present moment. When we are distracted so much by our thinking, we miss out on so much of the detail of the moment that we're in. And when we can get into a more open and receptive state and just receive the moment the way it is, there's a lot of peace to be found. There's a lot to be savoured and enjoyed in our present moment. And often it's the real simple things that give us the most pleasure that we miss when we're busy. So that's what I want to do today. I'm going to guide you through a very simple, easy mindfulness practice that's going to help you arrive within the moment and make friends with the moment too. Okay, so to begin with, we'll come into a seated position. You may be more comfortable laying, especially if there's anything challenging going on within the body. If you tend to nod off, you might be better in that seated position. And if you are seated, make sure that your body has the support it needs. So you may want to sit onto a chair, you may want to sit onto a cushion, you may want to have something behind you to give some support to the body. So if you need to, you can pause for this video for a moment, get yourself set up into position. So once you're seated and settled, I want you to just take a moment before we close our eyes to just take in the room around you. So you can start to just take in the colours and the shapes around you. Try to avoid labelling and avoid analysing or adding anything with your mind. So you're just simply allowing yourself to take in all of the lines and the curves, the shapes, the colours. So receiving the information without needing to annotate or narrate the experience. And if you find yourself rushing from detail to detail, just slow yourself down a little bit so you linger. Take in the full space around you. And there's no right or wrong as to what you place your attention on. Maybe noticing the light in the room. Receiving the information. When you feel ready to now, just releasing your awareness of this space around you and just allowing the eyes to close. Just letting those eyelids become heavy. Notice the experience of that perception of the room disappears. And you may want to take a moment here to just soften any tension in the body. And let the breath come and go through the nose. And allow your attention to drift to sounds now. So start to observe the sounds around you. And maybe starting with the sounds that seem most furthest away. Now there's no right or wrong in the moment. We're not here to judge the moment as right or wrong. So if it's quiet, there's nothing gone wrong there. And this requires, especially when it's quieter, quite a large degree of attentiveness. Really paying attention to the sounds in the distance. If all that you receive is space, emptiness, as you pay attention, just receive that. Try not to label any sounds that you come across. Paying attention as well now to the sounds that are closer by. So there may be noises from the home, pipes cracking, ticking. And then even more closer to us, maybe the sound of our own breath moving through the nose. Attentiveness is the most important quality to bring in here. Remember to just receive the detail of the moment. Try not to add to it with your mind. Label it, analyze it, or judge it. Just open and empty and receiving. Releasing your awareness of the sounds around you. Bringing your attention inwards now to the body itself, to our sensations. First of all, becoming very aware of the sensation of the presence of the body itself. Feel the presence of the hands, the fingers. Feel the presence of each thumb, left and right. The fingers on the left hand, the fingers on the right hand. Feeling the presence of the wrists, left, right. The upper arms. The elbows, left, right. The upper arms, shoulders, the neck, throat, jaw, tongue, lips, top and bottom, feeling the tongue in the mouth, the contact between the lips and the contact of the tongue resting against the top or the bottom of the mouth. Noticing the feeling of the eyes and the eyelids. Maybe even noticing the feeling of the eyelashes and the contact between the upper and lower eyelids. Feeling where the eyebrows are, the forehead, the ears, and the rest of the skull, feeling the weight of the whole head And travelling back down to notice the chest and the rib cage. The gentle movement of the rib cage as you breathe. Even noticing the gentle movement of clothes against the skin as you breathe. You may feel a waistband around the stomach or the hips. And you may notice the belly rising and falling as you breathe. The upper arms may be in contact and the lower arms may be in contact with parts of the torso. Feeling the feeling of these sensations of presence of body, contact and movement as we breathe. Just receiving the detail of the moment. Feeling the legs in position, upper and lower legs. And the contact between parts of the legs and the floor or the cushion. And even between different parts of the legs in contact with each other. Feeling for the feet, the heels, the ankles, the feet, the toes, the big toes, left and right. And all the little toes, left and right. Some areas of the body may feel warmer, maybe deeper in the body. And some areas of the body feeling cooler, perhaps feeling the feeling of the cool air of the room against the skin. Noticing the feeling of stillness within the body. And noticing against that backdrop of stillness a gentle movement of breath. Moving through the nose. And moving down into the chest and the belly with its own rhythm and pace. Releasing your awareness of your sensations and bringing your attention inside now to notice the coming and going of the mind, any thoughts that may be present with you. And if no thoughts arise, noticing just the space between the thoughts. It's especially important when observing the thoughts to remain the objective observer and to not react or get involved with the mind in any way. To have no opinions, no stories, no judgments, just watch the thoughts come and go just as you would watch clouds move across the sky. Not trying to stop the thoughts or control them, just to know them, to be aware of them, to take them in. And becoming aware now of emotions, so dropping your awareness of the mind and becoming aware of any feelings or emotions that are sitting with you right now. It could be quite subtle or bland or very strong feeling emotions. And again, there's no right or wrong. We're not here to affect or change the moment, just to simply observe the moment as it is. And again, with emotions, especially important to leave our judgments, our opinions behind and just take in what is there without building stories about it. Just being aware now that your moment is made up of all of these layers that we've moved through. The room around you, the sounds around you, all of the sensations you're experiencing within the body, and then that internal detail, the mind, the emotions, and all of this sensation and sound, mind, emotion is doing a kind of a dance, fluctuating, moving, shifting all the time. And we just allow that dance to happen in front of us. We're not here to judge the moment, just to be present with it. Release your awareness of the present moment, of any point of focus, and just let your mind, your attention wander off to wherever it wants to go to. Maybe just having a little wriggle of fingers and toes. And when you feel ready, maybe a couple of deeper breaths are needed. Opening the eyes. And once more we take in that room. Sometimes the colours appear different as we come out from our meditation. And we can just remain as we are, just taking in shapes and colours and light. Knowing the body is here, the breath is here. The mind, the emotions are all here. This is our moment that we're in now. We don't need to change it. Just be with it. And you can allow this mindfulness to linger with you as you move through your day, just pausing more often to tune in. And rather than having opinions about the moment, rather than trying to control it, change it, fix it, analyze it, judge it, trying to be open, empty of those things, and open to just receiving the moment. And I invite you to notice as you move through your day now, or through your evening, just the simple things that are there for you to savour that maybe you missed before. It could just be the warmth of a hot drink in the hands, or the comfort of a seat, the wave of your breath, the cool air against your skin. But take the time to be here and take the time to fall back in love with your moment. Thank you guys. So if you enjoyed that practice, you can use it again and again. I recommend that is a regular practice. It deepens, it gets better over time. If you liked it, hit the like button. That really helps me to share and grow the channel. Thank you for choosing this video, and I hope you have a really mindful day or a mindful evening.